Hello again, my friends, and you are my friends. Fuck knows what's gone on there. Absolutely not a clue. Welcome back. Thankfully, the first half was a lot better. Ben and Adam, you are both with me. I am getting amber signals on my connection, so if I just crack on. First of all, what a goal from Alan Ronaldinho.
That's a bit of positive Americana can-do spirit. That goal was hotter than something y'all put in the microwave. Fantastic.
Flipping it. Rex Manning, after Judge being slagged off nearly all season, he's now the best thing since sliced bread. Matt Stannard was a great free kick. Thought we played well. Good chances both then. Joe Green, this game's not staying 1-0. Curtis, welcome in Curtis. Bennett would be a fantastic player if he knew how to take a shot at goal without 6 touches.
Great.
This is a game. If I was at Portman Road, I'd be absolutely delighted to be watching this. Like we're winning it, most important. But it's an open game. It's two teams who want to win the game. Doncaster aren't here to get a point. I'm quite enjoying this game of football, Adam.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I will say that my iFollow, I'm having an absolute nightmare with technology today. I didn't see the first 18 minutes. I just couldn't get my iFollow to work at all. But from what I saw from there on in, it's really good end to end. One thing that I noticed, and I don't know if this is just me, if other people noticed it, we look like we want it a bit more. Players are throwing themselves into tackles and stuff like that, and they're not easily pushed off the ball, and they're fighting for everything, every second ball, every 50-50. It's really good to see. How Doncaster haven't scored is beyond me. I mean,
a good save, a very good save. Instinctive magic.
Good defending.
Yeah.
2 players that we've been criticised. Everyone, it's almost sort of stars aligning time, Ben. Like everyone's suddenly finding a bit of form. Toto, Holy, Kenlock.
Even Chambers at the end there made a really good interception at the 43rd minute and ran it out the 18-yard box. All the small stuff, all the things off the ball, the running down of the ball. I think God, the name's gone from me. Parrott, I think he's actually doing well. If he had a final ball, I mean, what a player he would be. And I think he complements Norwood very well, because Norwood's kind of really hassling, and it was him who came and ran back to the 18-yard box to actually bring the ball out of the defence when they were banging. They were having that 4 or 5 minutes of real pressure. So they're hungry. It's not necessarily pretty, but they're hungry. They want it, and that's enough for me.
King Callie, is this the day we turn frustration into celebration? Are those the green shoots we see? Maybe Marcus Evans talking about the green shoots of investment. Maybe, if it's been 6 months in the making, maybe, behind the scenes, that's why we couldn't see it. I don't know. The conspiracy theories galore. Matt Stannard looks at very odd looks. David Hughes, they know a new owner and manager is coming in, so they're trying to... See, I don't know. One thing I've never questioned with this group has been effort. I've always thought they've given the effort. I just don't think at times they had enough quality, whereas suddenly Miles Kennock's looking like a left back you'd go and pay money for. Chambers, as you said, the end is looking half decent. Sorry. Andre stepping up. I'm seeing Andre get involved further up the pitch and start to maybe pull a few strings. Like, players are suddenly playing better, and I wouldn't say it's effort. Would you, Adam?
Who knows, Martin? I mean, it could be a mixture of everything, like we spoke about before. It could be plan for futures. It could be maybe pennies dropped. Maybe they're all delighted they don't have to play this dull and boring system that we've been playing for most of the season. Maybe they quite like this new way playing this more sort of up and at them. But yeah, it's good. I also thought we looked a lot better from set pieces as well. The balls that we were throwing into the box looked so much better as well. Not as this aimless, not being able to beat the first man. It was the one that, I don't know if it was a free kick, the one that Enciala headed back across that I think Norwood was appealing for a foul of some sort. But we just look a lot more livelier, certainly on those things, set pieces wise. But yeah, I don't think Doncaster are out of this game yet at all. They look a good side. They look very decent, I think. Very good side. So I think I think there's more goals in this one for sure.
Facebook user Marcus Evans won't sell until we go up. Can't go up. Why would he sell now? In case, you don't turn down an investment if you've got it. You don't say, "Well, I'll get back to you." Especially after so many years of putting money in. If you want to sell it, you sell it, regardless. And would he get more money, Ben, if we went to the Championship? I don't see it being a huge Oh,
Who
yeah.
knows? Who knows? That'll be one of those caveat clauses in a very complex contract.
I don't see it.
I think you're probably right. I don't know. I suppose I can only really focus on this game, and I want to pick up on a point you said, which is, what is it today? We don't really know. I think the players look relaxed. I think that comes down from the manager, who I think looks more relaxed. And they're not playing with that really kind of pent-up trepidation. I'm too scared to put the ball here. They're just doing their little circles. They look a bit more relaxed with it. Even when the ball was pinging in our 6-yard box, there wasn't all the panicking that there usually is, and it ends up in the back of the net. It was cool and calm and collected. That's the real difference today. And look, I'm ecstatic to see it. I'm really happy watching that today. And even if we fall apart for the second half, which we might do because they're a fantastic team, they're very, very good. What we've been doing for 3 games, they've been doing for 20. So they're gelled. They know what they're doing. But a good first half with a worldy goal against a good team on a Sunday afternoon, I'll bite your arm off.
Yeah. I can't fault us, Adam. Can you?
No, I was sat there when Alan Judge had that free kick, and as I say, every single time we get a direct free kick, we never score these. What's the effing point? Next thing you know, he's bent it over the wall, and it's like, yay, come on, get in. Excellent stuff.
Hell of a free kick.
So, if you're going to be cynical, you can say that the angle of the shadow, the sun was literally where the ball was coming in. I know. I've got to get off this negativity. I'm trying to do it. It's going to take a while.
ITFC Tweedy, first 10 minutes, I wasn't convinced, but apart from that, I'm happy. I didn't see the first 10. I was trying to sort of link up with somebody. Big shout out, Daniel Barnard. Hope you're doing well. But yes, I'll take your word for that, Tweedy. Hope you got the link you needed as well for winning our competition. Jack Messenger, gone back to basics. All the players know what they're doing. Simple football. King Kelly, prove our lucky changing this win. Judge gives the ball away, and their player was more or less one-on-one, and he tackled and got rid of the danger. Christopher Martin, it was only confirmed last week. Do you know what? We're all praising the players. The poster's getting ready, The poster is getting ready to make it. It is, because you can't praise the players.
Baby steps.
And then say, oh, Lambert. Lambert's done something to this team. He's set them up. He's told them the game plan. And tactically, I saw us dominating Doncaster in that first half period. We really were looking like this could be 2-3 inside the first half hour.
Yeah, no.
We
spoke about it. I don't know what to say. We're winning a game at half time as well. I don't know what to say.
First half goal,
We spoke about Keenan Bennett, in the first show, but you saw sort of the best and worst of him there in that half, didn't you? That chance where we have on the breakaway where we've got players on the overlap. He sort of doesn't check his run properly, so he ends up receiving the ball far wide, and then he does a really good bit of skill to turn inside. It's like, here we go, and then it's a powder puff cross into sort of nobody. But so you can see that there's definitely a player there. It's just I think the Kings of Anglia guys were saying that they'd never heard a player be coached so much throughout an entire game. That the guys on the sidelines were sort of coaching Bennett for that entire game at Hull the other night, shouting his name. So they obviously see his flaws and are trying to get him into the game because they know what benefit it brings. So
and look, that's why he's with us in the League One team. He's there to develop that. So his team obviously think he could be a good player, but he ain't going to get in our team yet. So we need to send him down somewhere where he's going to play regularly, and that bit of his game might improve. And that's what he's here to do with us. If he keeps playing, it might come. We don't know.
I just think I've made no secret. I'm a big Jack Lancaster fan, but I just don't. I look at the squad and I think, well, okay, if you're not playing Keenan Bennett, who would you play that would offer you something that is so unpredictable to even the player that you might get something really good out of him? Maybe Lancaster, but then possibly not. Who else is there? Edwards, maybe.
I don't think we've got a player like him in the squad. I don't think we have somebody that is sort of like that. That's a bag of tricks. Look, Jack Lancaster's a decent player. He's going to be a decent player and have a good career. He's just coming back from injury, isn't he? So he's sort of getting back into the rhythm. He probably could have done with a loan, to be fair, in January, I actually think. Sears isn't that kind of player. Neither Neither is Alan Judge. He's not that kind of winger. We don't have anybody else that can do sort of the kind of on the ball tricks that he can. And he's quick as well. He gets us up the pitch, doesn't he?
Right,
He gets us up the pitch really quickly.
Yes, exactly that. Because yes, he doesn't have that final ball, but he's like a tide, right? You know, a rising tide raises all ships. He brings the players in with him. The whole you watch it when he has that ball. The whole movement of the team moves up with him because he keeps hold of it and runs. And that's the. I mean, God, you could argue that's a sign of a fantastic defender because he's keeping it in their half. So okay, the final ball is not there yet. And it might not be. We might be a part of that evolution for him and he's got to learn his trade. But while he's here, if he's actually making those around him better, and I would argue he does with Norwood as well, makes him a better player, keep him in the team. I'll take a few, half-hearted hits and not quite the final ball if he does improve those around him. There's a lot to be said for that.
Absolutely. Would you make any changes in the second half? If you would, what would they be? Mike D says maybe bring Downs on second half and try and win more second balls. I would. Bishop's been a bit MIA. I'm going to say it. I'd like Downs, just a bit of an enforcer. You need to be careful, obviously, but you want to, because Doncaster are having a bit of space in that central area for me.
Yeah.
That's my
maybe
opinion.
give it to the hour. Maybe give it to the hour and see how the game's panning out, and then maybe make that change. I don't know. Maybe Downs on. Don't know who else is on the bench. Was Harrop on there?
Harrop was on there. Yeah.
See what he's all about. Is Edwards on the bench?
The bench was. Here it is. Ward, Edwards, Drinnan, Downs, Cornell, Harrop, Steers.
Yeah.
If you bring Harrop on, I'd really like to see him play behind Norwood. I know Parrott and Norwood are looking like a fairly decent average partnership, but an average at this for our club's a big step up. But Harrop was brought in to play what Parrott is doing, and I'd like to see him given that chance for a half hour. Ben, just see what he's got. Don't play him deep.
But if Parrott is doing it, then keep him doing it. I mean,
is he doing it? Like, we're not getting any goals from him. I don't see him and think, there's a goal in him. He's a Drinnan.
He's complimenting the man that could get goals, and there's a lot to be, and that's a good partnership rather than the good individual player. And the fact that we can't, off the top of our head, say, right, yeah, we get him off and get him on instead. The fact that we still have to think about it means it's not the right time. So I think you're right. Wait till 60 minutes and see what the first 15 minutes does. At the moment, I wouldn't change anything because we're playing quite well against a great team. We're winning. You can't change that. You can't fuck around with that until 60 minutes and someone's slowing down or they've changed their game plan or their shape. It has to be a purely tactical one, probably about the hour mark, I'd say.
Freddie Van Damo said he's seen more of my dog than Bishop. Harry Butcher, Brett would be like apparently Brett Johnson. Brett is like Ipswich Town tweets apparently. Danny Allen, Parrot shot made him feel sick. Curtis Yates, Brett is watching the game. Matt Stannard, players coming out big half. Come on, you Blues. Yes, they are. Norwood in that hair. I just have a haircut. Right. Get the Adam flat.
When you've got hair like this, I'd love a top knot like Norwood.
I might be going that way. I really will. Right, we are back at full time where you guys and girls can get involved in the show. The link will be active. Hopefully discussing 3 points. I've got the beer on ice. We'll see you all at a full time show. Adios.